Right, I've got some really good advice today. If you're a man, ADHD, or even if you're a bit of an overthinker, you'll find this really useful. If you're in the early talking stages with someone, I found a really good way to sort of navigate this that is going to help you a lot. And it sort of came across by accident, but actually just me being a bit more proactive and learning to be in the moment and take my mind with things, because ADHD and overthinking, it can be a good thing. Look, I just watched a girl on a scooter almost get run over. They were at the edge of the road, the mother was holding her coffee, and I thought, that girl is really close to the end of the pavement. And literally as the car was like passing in front of her, the girl jumped out. If she had done that half a second earlier, the car would have flattened her. And the mother was in panic, but I was thinking, I noticed that and I'm not even the parent. That's the kind of thing that me, as an overthinker with ADHD, I can always sort of sense danger. I'm always thinking about things ahead of time. I'm like this with my dog. Really, I notice everything all the time. But, this is good for situations like that where you're looking after someone or looking after yourself. However, that type of overthinking, constant analysis is not very healthy if you're trying to get to know someone for the first time. It can come across a bit too much, like you're too keen, you're trying to take things slow, and you're thinking about way too many things, and it's not good for you, and it's usually not good for them. Had to cut the recording there. It's hard enough to record in public when you've got ADHD because you notice sounds anyway, but see, when you're recording and you're aware of how the audio will sound, and there's scooters and cars going past, it's very stressful. However, navigating the early talking stage, let's do this. So, as someone with ADHD, or even a lot of men in general, and of course some women, we can decide quite early on that we like someone. I mean, look, we could go on one date and we know we like them, especially if you're a bit older. You get vibes off people, you're a good judgment of character. You've met a lot of people and you just know when something feels right quite fast. However, it's not good to communicate this. It comes across really bad if that person's not in the same wavelength as you. If they've been hurt in the past and they're being cautious, if they like to take things slow, it is not good to be communicating early thoughts and feelings. Even if you feel them, it's not good to do that too early. So you're probably wondering now, well, how on earth do you navigate this? How do you share how you feel with someone? So to make sure you do not overload and say things too early, and one of the things I've also learned is, see when someone else says, I don't want to go too fast, or calm down, calm down, take things a little bit slower. The important thing is not to take this personally. That's them just communicating a small boundary. It doesn't mean that they don't like you. And to ensure that you don't do this, if you're too keen, or if you've got ADHD and you're hyperfixated a little bit. Oh, hola. Yeah, to ensure you don't come across too hyperfixated, too keen, overload too much and things like that, you do something that's called mirroring. Well, to be honest, I just named it this myself. And really, you just wait until they say something nice about you. It's very simple. It's as simple as that. You kind of say nothing. Really, you try and hold it all in. Okay, there may be moments where you feel like you can crack out something that's appropriate when you're reading their body language and things like that. However, in general, and especially with messaging, where you do a lot of your over-analysis, wait until they say something nice about you, and then just say that you feel the same. They might say, I had a really nice time today, I'm starting to like you. Yeah, me too, I like you also. This just keeps it at their pace, and it's going to work out ideal, especially if you know that you're always guilty of going a bit too fast. And maybe this is something that you've had feedback on as well. It's something you can really take on board, and you know what, it gives something just such a perfect and natural flow. And really, this is something that's happening to me at the moment. I have met someone really nice. You'll see it in my previous videos. Met her down the beach had kind of 3 days together, and it's going so well. And it is because I'm doing this mirroring thing. She's opening up, and because every time she opens up, I sort of match it, it makes her feel more comfortable opening up. She says more things, and then I match it. And I'm saying it back because I think it's true. Obviously, you don't need to say anything that's not true, but it's just a really comfortable way to get a bit of flow. And look, especially, it's useful in this modern world. The dating scene has changed a lot. People see a lot more people than normal because of the digital generation. A lot of people have got traumas, they've been messed around a lot, they don't necessarily trust people that fast, and they want to suss you out. So you don't want to say things too early, and really just matching their energy is a really good way to navigate it. So absolutely just be mindful of this. I call it mirroring. I think it's something that you can find useful. And on top of this, like I've just mentioned, don't take things too personally when they communicate a bit of boundary, like they want to take things slow. Don't take it like they're taking it slow because it's you. They would say this to anyone. It's a very normal neurotypical communication method. With ADHD, you can take it personally, like it's a problem with you. But it's definitely not, and it's something you learn over time. And this is where not overthinking any of these things and just kind of going with the flow, match them, mirror them, it can definitely help you. And it's working for me at the moment. It feels so